That I like the little jingle you got on there.
I think that was I have to admit, I think that was what's that thing?
Brian.
AI. That was Suno that did that. But hola amigos,
Works.
we are live. Oh, I'm here. Oh, I know why I'm hearing the sound. I forgot to press mute on my monitor. I say my monitor. It's an HD TV. But hola amigos. Oh, we're live. I am Pedro Boyd, Texan Spaniard, and with me is Zeus King Dark, the God of Thunder.
Woo!
And
What's up?
we're doing some art tonight again. I think I'm trying to think about my voice. I'm trying to save it a bit for next week. I don't know if you remember on Wednesday, my voice seemed to be going out towards the end. Uh,
Had nothing to do with the 45 encores you did at when you were starting to feel
oh,
a little
the
scratchy,
week
but you just
before,
got
yeah, last week, right?
yeah, where you just
The
got
I
egged
did
on and
like the 12 modulations or something. Well, it was more like 10 modulations. I'll admit I skipped like 2 or 3 steps. But it was around 10 modulations on Delta Dawn. Yeah, on Delta Dawn.
yeah,
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 I have
yeah.
not
Had nothing to
promoted
do with
this.
that.
I have not promoted this.
I was just looking around for something.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, I imagine some people will just find me. They'll just find me. No, I'll try to promote it real fast. They'll just find me. Zeus, tell me what's been going on while I promote it.
Um, uh, well, it's just been another week. I had fun. Started drawing again the other night, and one of my all-time favorite movies is Hackers from 1995.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's got yeah, it's one of Angelina Jolie's first movies. It's got Matthew Lillard in it, and it's a fun, quirky cast, and it like the special effects don't hold up, you
Mm.
know, but but for the time, I really loved it, and I still watch it. I still watch it, three or four times a year. Um, but so all they're all hackers and they all got screen names, which is pretty funny because it seemed absurd, calling your friends by their fucking computer name back then, but here we are. Um,
Right.
here we are, 40 years later, and
Yeah, I
we're
mean, yeah.
all
Look,
doing
we
it.
we call you Zeus. We never call you by your shoot name. You're like your real name.
Yeah, and yeah, so I was drawing Acid Burn, which is um,
Angelina Jolie, right?
yeah, Angelina Jolie's character. Yeah, Kate Libby, aka Acid Burn, and it's so funny because uh, like about a year ago, like I liked one picture on Twitter of Angelina Jolie,
Oh,
and then I got all these fake accounts of Angelina Jolie messaging me,
oh.
right? And of course it's some fucking dude in fucking either West Africa or fucking India or Pakistan. It's some bullshit like that. And it's like you're not even good enough to fucking pretend to be a, a celebrity. You know, uh, I'd be like, oh hey, acid burn. That's my fave, and they're like, you like to burn people with acid? What's wrong with you? I'm like,
Huh.
KC, that's the easy way to tell that you're not. You know, you're
Yeah.
just you're. I want you to know that I know that you're not really who you claim to be. because your screen name might be Angelina Jolie, but when your ad is like THPM 4785, 32 something, it's like, yeah, come on, nobody's nobody's buying this. Nobody's buying this crap.
But,
But
by the way, this is total aside, Zeus. While I'm promoting this on some stuff on Discord, um, what was it? Someone was trying to promote their stream or whatever, and their handle was piece of garbage, and someone was like, "I'm sorry, I can't watch you. It's like at piece of garbage."
right.
I'm just laughing because I'm immature and stuff. But anyways,
We all
had to get that out there. Okay. Hey, James. James is in the house. James is in the chat. James,
Oh,
do you need? We have like the Mark Out Mania crew together right now, huh? We are we're about to get started soon here in a little bit. I was just promoting a little bit because I'm behind. I'm behind.
I'm not even on the Twitch right now. Here we go.
Well,
turn the volume down. Otherwise, I'm gonna. There we go.
So let's see here. Let me arrange some of these things. There's a lot of let's see. Let me see if I can. Let's see. There's not much light on what I'm doing. I'm trying to figure this out where I can get the light on the thing. Like in person, the piece of paper has a lot of light on it, right?
Uh-huh.
But I can see it looks all shadowy, right? Does it look all shadowy on the screen? Or is it just because the light is blinding me that it looks all shadowy?
No, it looks all right.
Oh, okay. James, you're watching SmackDown. Meh. So James, tonight so earlier I went and to like there's a site for public domain comics. I'm sure everyone knows this site. Let me pull it up really fast. I want y'all to appreciate stuff. It's really hard for me to see right now because this light is just blinding me. It's just totally blinding me. But let me try to put this up in the chat real fast. So there is a site I've always gone to for my public domain comics. If I can paste it in here. It's called comicbookplus.com. Do you know the site, Zeus?
No, I've never heard of it.
Oh, I've used it for forever. Like this site's been around for like decades. And they have like tons of public domain comic books on there. And so I'll go through there and just grab I'll just go through some of the horror comics and stuff. They have all kind of comics on there. So I was like, well, since most of the comic book sites I used to go to for the cool comics have all dried up, I was like, well, I'll go look around here at their horror comics and just look at just grab some pages and stuff, and I'll figure out something. I'll figure out something to draw.
I told you about my my friend John that owns Parts Unknown Comics in Greensboro. He has a ton of those.
Oh, really?
EC comics.
Oh, the EC comics. Yeah.
Yeah, and he had a lot of them bound into hardbacks.
Oh, nice.
The original. Yeah. He paid somebody that knows how to do that. They bound it into beautiful. Believe is like cloth and and leather, leather books with the, the thread binding and all that stuff.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
yeah, it's crazy. It really is crazy how much stuff that man has. I mean, I don't even think he understands. Like, I mean, there's just been so many times that I've been there and in the past and seen things that I never saw again.
Oh
You know,
really?
oh yeah, I mean, just a lot of beautiful original art. Um, of course, he was friends with Alex Toth.
Oh
Um,
nice.
yeah, he wrote the book, um, uh, Dear John, the Alex Toth Doodle book, which I can't recommend enough. Um, and actually, it like you used to be able to buy it from John, cover price for $20, but he sold out of the first two printings. He hadn't had another one done yet, and I the only place I've seen them online, they're all $100 each.
Mm.
And but so what had happened is John um, was working at a comic book store and was reading an interview with Alex Toth, who did a ton of Hanna Barbera drawing. He did a lot of the like literally hundreds of characters, especially incidental ones. But he did the character design for Space Ghost and a
Oh
lot of those
nice.
characters too. Yeah, and so um, in the interview in the magazine, they accidentally published Alex Toth's home address.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and John took out pen and paper and wrote him a letter, and Alex got the letter and enjoyed John's letter so much he flipped the letter over, which was just a one page. He flipped it over and wrote John back, and uh, John kept it. And so they kept writing each other, and John would sometimes he would give John little doodles, little scraps of, just like a page of something he's just doodling on.
Yeah.
And of course, that's the crazy thing is, that Alex Toth could make 6 lines look like a real person, you know,
Yeah.
and uh, and then of course, John he commissioned him for some things too, and after a while, the writing going back and forth, um, because every letter after the first one, Alex would just write him back on a piece of paper, on a separate piece of paper, and so John has all these handwritten letters, and so they started talking about making a book um, together, and John gathered up all of the stuff, and there's not there's some narration, there's some extraneous stuff, and talking about everything, but it's such a great book. You get to see some exclusive stuff in there that you'll never see anywhere else of Alex's, um, and then you just get to see the this man. He could have been a letterer too. He could have been a comic book letterer. He had amazing handwriting. He did actually letter a couple of issues here and there throughout his career, and uh, but John would go uh, to San Diego Comic Con, right?
Right.
And Alex uh, said, "Hey, I was going to go this year too." And John's like in his late 20s, right? And he's like, "How about you come get me, and you can hang with me for the weekend?" And John's like, "Yeah, that sounds great." And so he flies out to California, drives to Beverly Hills, and picks up Alex and uh, takes him to Comic Con, and he tells this story about how like at lunchtime it's Alex Toth, Jack Kirby,
Oh my gosh.
Archie, yeah, Archie Goodwin, Julius Schwartz, and somebody else. Just these, it's four mega giants. They're all eating lunch together, and, and I think he said it was Kirby. Looked at him and was like, "So, who the hell are you?" He's like, I'm just, I'm nobody. I'm just driving Alex around. And he literally was like, yeah, he's like, I don't know who the hell I am, but this is an amazing, thing. So, um, but eventually, um, the book got published right at the end of Alex's life. Sadly, he passed away too young. Um, but
When did he die?
I want to say it was 2008. 2010. I mean, 2006.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, and so he was 77. Um, so yeah, notable works: Space Ghost, Birdman and the Galaxy Trio, the Herculoids, Johnny Quest, the Fantastic Four, Scooby Doo, Where Are You, Super Friends. He worked on Thundar the Barbarian as well.
Oh wow.
Uh, yeah, and and they did I think it was a Space Ghost DVD, and they did a little they did some interviews and stuff about Alex, and John um, was in the he's in
Oh
the
nice.
DVD, yeah. Um, and they were, I think it was like a year or so later at um, they were I think it was at Comic Con after he passed. They'd had a little thing with Alex's sons, and John was there, and Stan Lee came up to one of the sons, and told him, your dad was really amazing. I wished we'd have had him uh, do more work for us back in the day. Um, uh, yeah, actually, on his Wikipedia page, it says in 2006, James Counts and Billy Ingram compiled personal anecdotes, hundreds of unseen sketches from famous Alex Toth comic and animated works, combined with correspondence with friend and comics dealer John Hitchcock in the book Dear John, the Alex Toth Doodle Book. Launched at Comic Con 2006. The first print sold out. Um, and um, yeah, so Um, if you ever get a chance to get a copy of that, John might sell it to you himself a little cheaper than you can buy it online. Um, but yeah, it's
you go in and you say, I know Zeus King Dark. He'll be like, oh, the super
yeah. Well,
famous super famous discount is here.
you,
Joking.
you'd have to use my. He knows my shoot name. He knows my first
Oh,
name. So, because I used to do his conventions.
right,
John
right.
had a yearly comic book convention, and that that was the thing too, is the fact that like John became known, um, because like the early comic book boards, and there were like forums way back in the day of comic book dealers,
Yeah, yeah.
that would talk about things, and he was well respected in that, and he was well respected by people in the business, because he was Alex's good friend, and he had, he always had good, intelligent things to say um, about the comics industry. And John got his BFA in painting
Oh, nice.
at the university, yeah, at University of North Carolina, Greensboro, and that's where his comic book store is. Literally, it's walking distance. Uh, Literally, you can walk down the block. That's where UNCG is. Um,
James was saying in the chat, he rewatched Fantastic Four last night, and it got him thinking. Besides Kirby, who drew the best Galactus? He likes John Burns and Art Adams versions.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's one of the things is, Byrne put so much Kirby into his own work that everything he did on the Fantastic Four was just kind of like Kirby plus perspective, you know. So yeah, John Byrne he always had a great version of anything Kirby, and in his own way, Art Adams puts a ton of Kirby into his own stuff too. Um,
Thinking about it.
I mean,
Uh,
Mobius has a good.
oh yeah,
I mean, of course, Mobius could draw just about anything,
Mobius was
but
amazing.
his stuff was Silver Surfer and Galactus were really good. Who is that? Was it Ron Lim that did a lot of that Silver Surfer?
Could be.
Let's see, Silver Surfer 87 to 98. Um, yeah, they got that first Silver Surfer omnibus trade paperback, $75. Trade paperback?
I don't
Paperback?
think so.
Yeah.
Too much.
Well, visit your local used bookstore. I'm sure they got a brand new copy.
We got a bot.
Bookstore.
Let me see. Let me see what I got.
I got it.
Oh, you got it? You sure?
I got it. Yeah.
Okay.
And
okay. Appreciated. Much appreciated. Here's where we are at the moment in this little doodle. It's hard to
Oh
see
yeah,
what all is going to be in there, but you'll see in a minute when it starts inking.
yeah.
It'll make sense in a minute, amigos. When it's, I'll show y'all what I'm doing real fast. So, so this thing here in the corner. This little skeleton guy in the corner.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm messing around with. That's what we're messing around with.
It's
Yes.
really interesting. On the Wikipedia page um, for Alex Toth, there's a portrait of Alex is done by an artist, a comic book artist named Michael Netzer. Well, I'm semi familiar with the name.
Really?
Semi.
Okay.
I mean, it could just sound like one of those comic book names, though. But I think he did stuff in the '70s,
Okay.
in the '80s. But yeah. Um, but yeah, yeah. But this portrait, it just reminds me of the self portrait of Michelangelo.
Oh.
If you've ever seen that, it just kind of has that. Of course, Alex is smoking a cigarette, and Alex Toth smoked Saratogas, and the reason I know that is because he would send John money to buy cigarettes in North Carolina and ship them to him in California because it was cheaper.
Oh man.
Yeah, yeah. So
I can believe that easily.
that's another thing we were the home of for a long time in North Carolina was
Cigarettes?
yep. Everything R.J. Reynolds was made in Winston-Salem. Everything made by Philip Morris was made in Richmond, Virginia. Which is funny because my parents were uh, they're from Richmond originally.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Did you ever go to like is Salem is that the same as the Salem witch trial or is that somewhere else?
No, that's Salem,
Oh,
Massachusetts.
Sayer, that's right. That's Salem, Massachusetts. I was
Yeah.
gonna say like, oh, did you ever
Yeah.
go to the? That's right. That's right.
And it's funny too because Winston and Salem were separate cities
Right.
for a long, but they were butt up against each other, and there came a decision, I believe, I think it was in the early 1900s for them to join. Hey, zombies in the chat.
Zombie, welcome in. Zombie, oh. Zombie, we are doing some art. What are you doing, Zeus? What are you drawing tonight?
I'm doing some more on the
Oh,
on the acid
okay, yeah.
and I think I'm gonna scan it in and color it.
Ooh.
No, yeah, I'd like to kind of add some add in some like graphics to kind of go along that would fit from the like some stuff out of the movie.
Right.
You know.
and I am just copying old public domain horror comic stuff because I didn't want to think. I didn't want to think too much. I just wanted to move my hands.
But yeah, I had I really like the way that Miles Morales Spider-Man I did turned out.
Oh yeah,
You know, I wanted to kind of add some graphics into this after I color it. Something kind of similar to that. Zombies playing Fallout. I'm aware of the game, but I've never really seen people. I've never watched people stream it.
is Fallout the one that has it has that is that the one that has the computer with all the songs?
You're asking the wrong person.
Zombie, is that the game with the computer that plays the songs? Like this is a triumph. Dun, 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 dun. Or am I thinking of a different game?
James, I have. He said that's Portal 2.
Portal.
James,
Okay,
yes,
sorry.
yes, I have drawn Spider Woman, both versions. Which one do you like better, James? You like black and white or original Spider Woman?
Yeah, apologies. I'm not looking at the chat at the moment. I'm just.
Well, the way I'm set up, I just got my phone right by my
Right.
ear, so because I don't have to worry about people looking at me.
That reminds me of a funny story. Long, long ago, this is many moons ago. You remember Flues Maker?
Oh yeah.
So a Flues Maker and I were doing a little podcast thing about this e-wrestling game we used to play.
Uh-huh.
And we were reviewing people's like promos and things like that. And I wasn't paying attention. And this was on the what was that thing we started off using this when we were doing the Mark Out Mania. What was that thing on Google we used to do? The Hangouts, right? Google Hangouts.
Yeah.
So this is on Google Hangouts. And I didn't know I had like so like how on StreamYard I can have the thing on just like one person, like if you were showing us something, Zeus, I could
Right.
like have it just show you like just your screen. So I think I had put it on him for something he was demonstrating or whatever, and I forgot to take it off, and so it was I don't know how long, and I wasn't paying any attention. And at some point, he realized that everyone's been watching him pick his nose, do this, and like do all these things. I wasn't paying any attention. I felt bad. But
Ange is in the chat.
and hola, Ange. How are you doing? We are doodling it up. How are you feeling, Ange? How are you feeling? I know you've been going through a lot of dental stuff. Let's see.
This piece I'm working on right now. I started it on another sheet of paper.
Oh, okay.
And I did not like how her face looked. I was like, that's not it. That's not right. Um, and so I started it over, and I was using her this still from the movie for the head, and then the body part, the body of the jacket and the body is kind of like from just from different points in the movie. She's wearing this jacket, Suzuki leather motorcycle jacket.
Oh, right.
So I'll take a picture. And you can
Thank you,
it.
James. Yeah, I can't wait to see it because I remember did you show it on the Twitter?
Yeah.
On the chat, or was it on like an actual tweet?
I don't think I shared it out public.
Oh, okay. Yeah, what I saw looked really good. I remember it looked really, really good. And hey, for those who don't know, JJ Sorno is James the Extreme Sorno, aka Jim House. And he does DJing on Real House Radio. And he is one of the co-hosts of the Mark Out Mania podcast with Zeus and I every Saturday morning. We'll be on tomorrow morning, God willing, if I don't kill over dead or something in those times. You never know. It has happened a bit in my family, actually, people just killing over dead. But
let's not talk about that. If you look in the Mark Out Mania,
okay,
whenever you get a stopping point, so.
That's James giving. James does live on the edge of a knife, unfortunately for him. But
yeah,
but
yes,
that's why we cherish our time with James. God bless him.
That's right.
Okay.
And Stella Artois, thanks.
And Stella Artois, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's looking great. I can't wait to show this to everyone.
James is to Stella Artois to what the Freebirds were to Jake Daniels.
Okay, everyone, we're gonna look at what Zeus is working on. You ready? Look at this. Look, dig it. It looks just like her, Zeus.
Yeah, the first one I threw away. Did not get it.
And the jacket looks amazing.
That's exactly who it is, Zombie. It's Acid Burn.
It looks amazing. He's killing. Oh, that was what I'm working on at the moment. But let me get back to the art setup.
Yeah, Zombie. It's one of my all-time favorite movies. Probably top 5 favorite movies all time. Hackers, Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh man, I want to see that movie again so bad. I haven't seen it in years and years. Stephanie has never seen it. Big Trouble in Little China.
Wow, you really. Yeah,
I've tried to get her to watch it, and she's just not open to it yet. She hasn't reached that point yet. But one of these days it'll happen. One of these days.
Yeah. Scream, and 5 Deadly Venoms.
Let me see here. Let's see what this is looking like at the moment.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Fifth Element is a great movie in my opinion.
Yeah.
Fifth Element. I really enjoyed it. The I've seen it about a handful of times, but I always really liked it.
I've seen it. I've seen it a lot. You know, I remember going to see it in the theaters when it came out.
Oh, I didn't see it in theaters. That's amazing.
Yeah, actually, we were out of town visiting my ex's family in St. Louis, I think, when we went and saw it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I was really blown away because I didn't know what to expect um, going into it because I don't think they really marketed it that well,
Mm-mm.
um, if I remember correctly.
They did
Um,
not.
yeah, and it was just it blew me away, and I was just like, at first I was like, you could do, if they didn't have such a great ending to that, you know, that they could have done more, but the ending was such a great finality,
Yeah.
that good prevailed over evil. It's like you can't top that ending. If you made another one, you're not going to be able to top it. And it's just going to be, it would just feel like a money grab.
Yes.
Yeah, no need to be remade, no need to make a sequel. Um, but it all came. Fifth Element. A lot of that stuff came from that dystopian, futuristic comic stuff. That heavy metal. Um, that the Taxi Driver and Heavy Metal was based off of. Have you ever seen those, um, Pedro? Those comics from back in the '80s.
Oh, the heavy metal, the like the magazine.
No, no, no. I'm talking about. There's this other is this French stuff that, like I said, they based that. Um, let's see.
I mean, I've read a number of the heavy metal magazines before, but so I mean, I have some kind of point of reference, but I probably have not read the French ones. No.
Yeah, it's uh, based on the Long Tomorrow by Mobius,
Oh, okay. No, I haven't. I have not read that, but Mobius is
right?
amazing.
And
I can
right,
totally see that.
right, and that I believe it's yeah. So it was a science fiction comic short story serialized in two segments of the French magazine Mental Hurlant in 1976. Written by Dan O'Bannon and illustrated by Mobius. So, um,
Let's see.
so yeah, that kind of the parts of the Fifth Element, with Corbin Dallas and the Taxi, and a lot of that stuff um, is all kind of tied together. Let's see what Zombie's saying here. Yeah, yeah. Luke Besson's wife played the Plava Laguna. And then he split with her to get jiggy with Mila Jovovich. Oof.
Oh man.
Well,
You know we are. You know how us guys are.
I mean,
We.
women too. So, I mean,
I know. I know. I know. I know. Do, 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 I know. See, I probably could have sang a bit tonight, but I just want to build up the voice for next week.
yeah, yeah. I like that orange back there, Pedro.
Yeah,
That looks good.
the original had like black, but I wanted something else.
Yeah.
I left a little white around it because I wanted some kind of little outline. Uh, I don't know if you can see it, but I wanted like a little white outline
Yeah.
around it.
Look good. You know what that would look good as?
What?
An emote.
Oh, that's an emote. So you want me to scan this and we make an emote out of it?
Yeah.
It can happen. It can totally happen.
It should happen for season.
For the Halloween season, yes,
Yeah.
yes. Which a reminder, amigos. Next week I have a single. I have a single coming out next week, A Haunting, and it'll be out just in time for the next Bandcamp Friday, October 3rd, 2025. So I should do
Should be
Ghost
good.
Rider. James said I should do Ghost Rider. I'm not sure what I'm going to do next. I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do next.
Pull up some nice Mark Teixeira Ghost Rider.
I don't think I can ever do a better Ghost Rider thing than I did when I did Penta as Ghost Rider. I don't know if you guys remember that. That was during Lucha Underground.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd have to find it. But
or you could just do it.
Just
do it.
Just do it again. Just do it again, man. Just fucking do it. Just do it. Was it Shia LaBeouf the one that was like, just do it?
Yeah.
Just do it.
If you haven't seen Peanut Butter Falcon, that's actually not a bad movie.
I definitely have not seen that.
He takes he's a kind of a kind of a criminal, kind of a vagabond criminal type of guy, and he kind of fucks up in life, and then ends up meeting his kid with Down syndrome, and rescues him from the mental institution he's in, and takes him by boat from like Delaware down to North Carolina to see Mick Foley and Jake the Snake Roberts wrestle in somebody's backyard.
Oh, okay. I found it. Hold on.
I own it on my. If you don't have access to it, I own it on my.
Do y'all see the Penta as a Ghost Rider I did?
Oh, yeah, no,
that was a long time ago.
Remember at all.
That was a long time ago.
Yep, I do not remember that one damn bit.
Here's some other Penta art from whenever.
That I remember.
There's that. This was a Mark Out Mania cover.
Yep.
And that one.
Yep, I remember that. Oh yeah, I remember that one.
But yeah, that was my Ghost Rider thing. Was where is the art setup? I have such bad eyes, amigos. Such bad eyes.
Yes. Maybe you should get some glasses.
Oh, I have glasses. How these glasses are about 11 years old at the
moment. More power to you.
You know, let me explain something about my glasses though. The pair of glasses I had before this, I had for almost like nearly, I don't know how many years. I had them for a long time, since college or something. The pair before these, and the funny thing was those glasses had the exact same prescription as the one before them. And then when I got these glasses, I got a new eye examination stuff, and it's the exact same prescription. So it was just one of those things where it doesn't matter. It's never going to improve my vision. They're just going to keep giving me the exact same prescription. So.
I just had my eyes checked.
How'd that go?
Good. It was about 3 weeks ago. Yeah, they said that my eyes hadn't gotten any worse, so that was good. And they checked my reading glasses that I had, and that between that and what I was wearing and doing, they were like, okay, so that you're where you should be. So I told them how I when I was in the hospital with the diabetes, uh, and then I don't know if you remember me telling you about this, but after I got out of the hospital, my because my blood sugar went up so
Oh
high,
yeah.
and then it dropped so fast and so much that my fucking vision went blurry for about 3 weeks,
Oh.
and I had to wear my readers just to have my normal field of vision. And my I couldn't hardly see the computer screen at work. I was just doing the best I could.
Zombie said
Not good.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry.
No. What zombie said?
The glasses I'm wearing right now I've had since college, 2005. A gift from an old friend whose father had an optometrist shop in New Jersey. They've had 3 sets of lenses in them, the originals. Then I got other glasses and had those refitted for computer glasses with reduced range for eye fatigue, and then got them full strength again till now. Wow.
Nice. Yeah, I need to get some readers with that blue blocker lens to them.
So here's what I'm looking at right now. I might be messing with this. Some version of this thing you see right here. So we'll see.
Oh yeah.
We'll see, amigos. We'll see. We'll see.
Well, it
How it
looks like
goes.
we're into ads.
Oh, we're into ads. Okay. When we're in ads, that's the time to tell everyone. No, I don't know.
Eat more chicken.
Eat more chicken. Get your chicken nuggies in time for the Mandalorian and Grogu. People were so unhappy about that trailer. I was surprised. I thought it was really cute, but that's because our child is in it. So
Your child. A little baby. Every time I see that goddamn thing, I'm just like, it's a fucking puppet.
Yeah.
It's a puppet.
It's our child. It's a child. Oh, you're sharpening your pencil?
Yeah, sharpening a blue line. Gonna try something else here.
Oh. I will tell you, I want to watch a lot of horror movies because last year I didn't get to watch any, really. But I can't say that will actually happen. But I want to. I want to. I always like watching horror movies come October, but it's become very difficult to do this.
Yeah, when you look at Mobius's art from The Long Tomorrow, you're gonna be like, wow, they literally got the storyboards for Fifth Element. And
I can believe it because the character, the designs, like the costume designs, look like what his designs would be like.
Yeah.
Think about like that guy's haircut in it. What's that actor?
Gary Oldman.
Yeah, Gary Oldman. Think about his haircut and stuff. That looks like a Mobius like design.
When you say that, you said that, I also saw the Fifth Element and Air Force One at a drive-in double feature.
Oh wow, a drive-in.
Yeah, in North Carolina. Yeah, so it was a Gary Oldman double feature. He's the bad guy in both of them.
Okay.
and yeah,
That is amazing. That's amazing double feature.
right. And the Montechi ones, the in that in that crazy armor with those great big bulky bodies that they kind of waddled,
Yes.
uh, and that with the little spiky things and stuff on it, it's very Mobius, very very much. You could see him drawing that. Uh, I love that that introductory part of the movie, and where where the priest is trying to rush him out of that room where they kept the stones and the fifth element. He can't waddle back to the door that's closing fast enough. And he's like, "Hurry, hurry! There's no time." He's like, "Time not important, only life important." In 300 years, when evil returns, so shall we. I love that part.
Who's that one priest? Is it Ian Holm? Is he one of the?
Yeah, yeah, the guy that plays Bishop in Alien.
Yeah, and Bilbo in the Lord
Yeah,
of the Rings. Yeah.
yeah. And
Not
in
not we will pretend those Hobbit movies don't exist. Pretend because they're terrible.
well, a lot better than the Prometheus and
Oh,
Covenant and Romulus.
James,
A lot better than those
James,
movies.
James.
Oh yeah, Aziz Light, yes, Aziz Light, yeah, and one of the last big movies that Matthew Perry was ever in. It was a stunningly huge cast. I mean, even that one crew member, one of the guys on the crew that was just like, they asked him to negotiate, and then Corbin Dallas kills half the room. He's like, "Where'd this guy learn to negotiate?" And he's like, "I wonder." And Zeus was in that. Zeus, the wrestler, Tiny
Yeah,
Lister.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's right. He was. Yeah,
Yeah, he was the president.
yeah, he was.
And that guy that shit, what's the guy? Um, Brian James. Uh, he's been in a million things. Um, he was in Tango and Cash. He's always like some henchman or something.
Right.
But he's the one that threatened to turn Lilu into cat food. Mr. Perfect better learn how to behave himself. Turn him into cat food. Yeah, yeah. Lee Evans was he really got a career after that.
So what I'm hearing is we need to have an airing of a showing of the
Yeah,
Fifth Element on my Discord.
yeah, right.
People don't know this maybe, but in theory, you know how there's those audio chats in the Discord.
Yeah.
I can show video on those.
Ah,
So like in theory, I could show a movie on there. People could like chat and stuff during it.
that black henchman for Zorg he was a rapper, British rapper.
Oh,
Oh, and the ship commander, John Neville.
That's right. There is, and we're not even mentioning like Bruce Willis and
Right. Bruce Willis, Mila Jovovich, Chris Tucker, Gary
yeah,
Oldman.
Chris Tucker was amazing. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Huh? Um, I can't do it.
No, 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 because that was a bomb. You know, the alarms be going off because all these ships have bomb detectors on them. Wah, wah, wah. Yeah, we lost Zeus too.
Yeah, a lot of people have passed from that movie, and it's we didn't. I don't know why I started inking this. I usually I lay down the washes first. Did not mean to do that. I just wasn't thinking. Uh, um.
Oh, Kim Chan.
Oh.
He was the guy that had the traveling, the flying, uh, the flying junk. Uh,
Oh. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
the Thai food.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, Christopher Fairbank was one of the scientists. We put them back in the reactor. They need 5 more minutes.
When the president comes to visit them. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
It's at the end of the movie, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Bro, they need. He's doing his hands together. President doesn't understand at all. He's just like, what? And then, oh God, who is Corbin Dallas's mom?
Oh
Who is
shoot.
the voice of? Played by actress Jill Mulan. Mulan. Oh, so this was an uncredited role for her.
It's it's sad what's happening with Bruce Willis, but
Yeah, it is. It he it. I think it was big bada boom. Um, he started doing a lot of movies about 10 years ago that you wouldn't think he would have done. You know,
right.
there was a lot of like lower budget movies that he started doing, and I think he kind of knew where his condition was heading, and decided to make as much money as he could in the meantime.
That makes sense.
But he worked his ass off there. Wow,
He
I didn't.
was doing a lot of movies for a while. You're right.
Yeah, Glass was 2019. Wow.
Oh wow.
See,
I did
this
not
is
see that. I did not see that. I did not see it. Not sure if I want to or not. I heard mixed things about it.
about what?
Those sequels to the M Night Shyamalan thing.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I can't say the guy's name. I apologize. I can't say his name.
Where's his damn? Where's his filmography? You know, you got a hell of a career when your filmography is an entire page unto itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1980 did his started in movies.
What was
Blind
well?
Date. Blind Date was his first.
Okay. I was wondering, like, what is his first movie?
His first movie's credited uncredited. He was in The First Deadly Sin in 1980 and The Verdict in 1982. Courtroom Observer and that. Then 87 Blind Date, 88 Sunset, and then Die Hard.
Oh, okay.
Die Hard in 90. Last Boy Scout. Death Becomes Her. That was great.
Moonlight and Stream. Is that the one with where there's the two women and they can't die and
Yes.
yes, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Meryl Streep and
That's
Goldie Hawn.
That's right. That's who it is. That's who it is.
And there's also what's the one woman's name that's in that movie? I'm just gonna have to click on this now. Isabella Rossellini is in that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he was uncredited in Beavis and Butthead Do America. Him and Demi Moore were both in that. The Jackal. I love the Jackal. It just falls apart at the end because you're just pulling for Bruce Willis to pull off the assassination, get away. You know. At least I was. Oh yeah, Armageddon, Mercury Rising. Sin City was 2005.
I haven't seen that in a long time.
Oh yeah, Planet Terror. He was in Planet Terror.
Was he?
Yeah. He was the military leader.
Oh, okay.
Expendables. Wow, that was uncredited. That little cameo.
I've never seen any of the Expendable films.
The first one is the least bad.
The least bad. Okay. Moonlight and strangers, we just met on the way. I can't get that song out of my head now. We just met.
Yeah, so there's a lot of movies. Like he did 3 movies in 2015, 2016, 2 in 2017, 4 in 2018. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 movies that came out in 2019. 3 in like Hard Kill. Like who the hell ever heard of that? Breach. Cosmic Sin. That was terrible. I did watch that. At least I watched the first half of it. Wow. 2021, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 movies in 2021. Jesus Christ. 2022, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
wow,
12.
He was totally just getting those paychecks in.
Yeah.
He could. God bless him.
Yeah, and he was doing, he's doing TV the whole time too.
I wonder how they
Not the
were
whole time, but
managing
I mean,
that.
yeah.
I heard that they were like feeding him lines and stuff like that for in the movies, which probably happens a lot.
Yeah. Oh, he did his own work in the Fifth Element video game.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't remember them having a video game.
Yeah, I don't remember ever playing it either. It was for PlayStation and Microsoft Windows. Yeah, the cover looks terrible. And they also did one for Apocalypse. He did the voice for it. Yeah, I was watching. I had Archer going on in my head. Oh, Zombie said it was not. He had it for, or he has it for PSX. Not good. Good night, Ange. Thank
Good
you
night,
for
Ange.
by.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by. I'm sorry, I'm so absorbed in this. I apologize if I missed stuff tonight.
But yeah, Archer. Listening to Archer just it gives me, keeps me laughing because he says shit you can't say in a you know in a business atmosphere.
In a business atmosphere.
No.
Zeus, are you familiar at all with Ice-T's heavy metal group that he had in the 90s called Body Count?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I didn't buy their stuff or anything, but I do remember.
When I was in high school, me and my friends were obsessed with it. We were obsessed with it. We all had it, and some of them lost theirs because their parents took it away and stuff like that. I still have it on CD. But yeah, it's been in my head.
I think he was it just Ice-T, or was he with them at the first Lollapalooza tour?
I think he had a Body Count with him. Yeah.
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 Because I had a friend that went to that.
Oh,
when they
nice.
Came, yeah, because I think they came to Raleigh, and they they used to call it Lots of Poor Losers. They showed them though. Holy shit!
There's a cool documentary about Lollapalooza. I can't remember which streaming platform it's on, but Stephanie and I watched it earlier this year. It still goes on. It goes on in multiple countries even. I better not hum any of that song. I don't want to get in trouble. Oh my goodness.
You wrong, man. You wrong.
Why they have to make it so catchy? That's all I'm saying. Why they have to make it so catchy?
Well, you want to sell records, you got to make a hook.
Yeah. Hey, I make all kind of things catchy, and I don't sell any records, but it's cool.
Well, you're also not a reptilian that you don't eat flies with your tongue.
Oh my God, who are we talking about now?
have you never seen Inside Job on Netflix?
No, no, no.
Yeah, it's great. It's great animated show. They did 2 seasons and canceled it sadly.
Let's see. It's not. This is not very scary. I admit this. This is probably a poor choice for this, but it just jumped out at me. I should have included. I should have drawn his hands, to be honest, his little claws.
And
But
he's a kind of friar-ish.
yeah, it does look like I'm just drawing a blind friar dude. Yes, friar monk. Yeah. Oh well, I'll finish it just because I started it. It's something to move the hands.
Right? Um,
This just prepare me for getting serious in the near future.
it's good.
Maybe if I ever have time.
You, you have to do the impossible. You have to make time.
Oh man,
Right?
I feel like we're about to go into the wedding singer conversation. That's why you have to make time. Remember that guy, the friend of Adam Sandler, and he's saying that to Drew Barrymore, and Adam Sandler's like, "What? This guy said he was gonna do this. Weren't you gonna give it to me?" And all this kind of stuff. Do you remember that? Or
I don't. I only saw Wedding Singer once.
oh, okay.
Yes, Zombie. Ice-T was in Johnny Mnemonic, and he was also in Tank Girl.
Oh man, Tank Girl.
Yep.
There's a movie that comes up every now and then. That movie's surprisingly still popular. It wasn't popular back then, really, but it's kind of popular now, more so than it was back then.
Yeah, I was describing it to somebody, um, and I'm like, well, it's kind of like a piece, like the dystopian version of Love and Rockets.
Okay, okay.
You know, that's how the original Tank Girl comic was kind of like.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say I remember the comic book before the movie, but
Yeah, yeah, that's how it. That's how it got the momentum to get the movie was definitely the.
was Ice-T the did he play the dog dude or was that someone else?
He was one of the dog dudes.
One
Yeah.
of them. Okay, that's I can sort of see it in my head. Yeah.
It was funny because they were like they didn't have radios, and she was like, how am I gonna let you know?" And he's like, "Talk west," and then like all of them, all their ears like pointing in the same direction.
That's right. That's right. Love and Rockets, the comic book was amazing back
Yeah.
then. I think I have one or two copies, and they were oversized. Do you remember that? The oversized ones?
Yes, magazine size. Yeah.
Yeah, like magazine size, and I mean, they were just amazing. The artwork, they would have like nudity and curse words, and it's just amazing back then. Um,
Yeah.
the art was amazing. They had wrestling, had this and that, had all kind of stuff.
Yeah. It was definitely uh, stuff you had to find at like specialty shops.
Right.
It was like you could not find that at my local newsstand, even though they carried a bunch of like you know a lot of different things. Uh, it was um, not there. That was Battlefield Earth, Zombie, where John Travolta and Forrest Whitaker
Oh no.
they each have six fingers and they're terrible. You know, yeah, that's the one.
The
I think
Scientology thing, right?
I was gonna say I think it was written by L. Ron Hubbard.
Yeah, Scientology.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It that is definitely, and I think that's one of the DeLuise kids was in that.
Oh really?
No, Barry Pepper. He just looks like one of them.
Okay.
Kim Coates is in that. Um, yeah, Forrest Whitaker, John Travolta. Oh yeah, that premise was just stupid as fuck. Yeah, story by L. Ron Hubbard. Yeah, I think I know I skipped it in the theater, and I don't think I've ever been able to watch it all the way through.
Oh, I'll be back.
And
Hold on. I
yeah,
gotta mute my microphone.
yeah, it didn't make any sense. And I remember them talking about there was you didn't Pedro, you didn't mute it. Um, but yeah, they were talking about profit shares and all kinds of stupid crap in that didn't make any fucking sense to anybody either. I mean, a lot of people said that Scientology was formed in large part to him trying to not pay taxes. Zombie, did you like the sci-fi movie Ender's Game? It had Harrison Ford in it and um, Viola Davis and okay. Um, the author Orson Scott Card is from Greensboro, from where I'm from, and he he was at a comic book convention I was at. He bought one of my books. It's one of my little claims to fame there. Pedro's heard that story, so I don't mind telling it while he's out of the room.
I thought I'd do a little dancing in the background. I don't know if anyone saw me dancing in the background.
No,
Okay, that's good.
but that's the thing, Zombie. Every book that becomes a movie is never going to be as good as the book, because now and Pedro, you can attest to this. When you read Meg,
Yes.
you felt like that was a book that was meant to be turned into a movie,
Yes.
and it should have been faithfully done,
So,
and it
yeah,
was not.
the book is like just I mean it's so much better than the movie by like it's not even.
Yeah. It the crazy thing is how much money is actually in that movie,
Right.
and like I said, if Steve Altman, the author, is he's a really nice guy, and he has Parkinson's, and one of the reasons I was always hoping the movie would get done, was to help him, pay for his his medical bills and things. Um, but I'm sitting here. I'm starting to sketch out.
Oh, did you send any more updates for us to
No,
show?
no, I put that aside because I'm gonna try to scan it as it is.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Uh, right now, I'm working on the creature.
I'm gonna on the creature. Oh, like from the Black Lagoon.
Mhm, yes,
Oh, nice. I'm gonna try to do one more thing. Just gotta figure out what I want to do.
because I always thought that that was really scary. Um, and I remember when they did the they re-released it on TV, and you had to go to convenience store and get the 3D
Oh,
glasses.
the 3D glasses. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, um, I want to say that Clint Eastwood's first movie role is in the second one.
Oh, was it?
He was just it's just a bit part. He just got like two lines. He's a like a scientist in the beginning. Revenge of the Creature.
Okay.
Yeah, his role was Lab Technician Jennings, and it was an uncredited role. 1955.
Wow.
Yep. Have you seen The Mule?
No, I have not. That was that movie where he's a drug mule. He made
Yep.
it not that long ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never seen it. No.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Stephanie and I
Zombie,
saw. Yeah.
Zombie says the music in Lord of the Rings was way better than the movie.
The music's amazing
Yeah.
in those films. Yeah. I have the special I have the CDs with the leather, like they're like leather books. Did y'all ever see those editions?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, I'll have to pull it out here in the CDs, not anything bad. Uh, yeah, yeah, they're really cool looking. The Lord of the Ring movies, the first one was the best one in my opinion. The Fellowship of the Ring.
Yeah,
I really felt that was the best of them all.
you know, I think because you got a lot of character development and interaction, and um, by the end of it, it's just one big special effects. There's too much CGI. Too many panoramic sweeping camera views.
Okay.
You like you know and then like shit in there that's like tripping up those giant war elephants and things like that. It's like it just smacked so hard of Luke and on the snow speeder tying up the AT-ATs and
Yes.
Empire. Like we already saw that. Oh, you read all the Frank Herbert's doing. I was telling somebody about that the other day. Um, uh, he's enjoyed he likes all of it. This guy I work with, he's a younger guy, but you know.
Are y'all talking
th-
about Dune now?
yeah, there was a video game, a Dune video game,
Oh,
and
really?
Yeah, and so you had to build a base, and you had to go out and you had to pick your house if you were Harkonnen or Atreides or whatever, and you had to go out and mine spice and build up your outpost on Arrakis, and it's funny because that game engine was changed into the Command and Conquer video game, which became a fairly popular series uh, back then in the like at the end of the 16-bit consoles and things. But it had like some art and stuff that was based on the movie,
Oh,
and of
okay.
course we got the great the Marvel limited series.
I kind of
I think
remember that. I kind of remember
it was
seeing
like a
that.
three issue limited series done by Bill Sienkiewicz.
Oh man, I need to
Yeah,
track that down one of these days.
yeah.
Online, of course.
I'm sure you can find it for next to nothing. It's probably in 50 cent or dollar boxes.
Oh man, one, I haven't been in a comic book store in forever, but two, what I've seen lately with some of that market, people are just overcharging for everything. So
You
even
know what's
stuff that
weird?
should be worthless, the people are like overcharging for it lately. So
Um, there was there was a comic book store that opened up here, and it didn't last but a year.
mm,
Uh,
doesn't
it went
surprise me.
under, and the I mean, to open up right at the end of the pandemic is pretty ambitious. Um, but they actually had some decent prices. Um, they were not a friendly and engaging uh, bunch of people, though. I'll say that.
Oh,
Which I think, and there wasn't. There's still another comic and card store down the street from them that's been there for a long time, um, too. So I think they I think they picked a poor location.
not to be I don't know, not to generalize and stuff, but I have seen a lot of people into comic books and not be great at running comic book stores and not be great at like customer service, things like that. At least here in Texas, in this part of Texas, um, I've seen quite a bit of that in my time.
But I mean, there's a lot of people that I mean, social skills, deteriorated
Yeah, a lot lately.
massively during the pandemic and stuff.
Oh, this is before the pandemic I'm talking about, but I mean,
I mean,
but we know
did
I have weird
did
thing.
did you did you hear about the fans that went to the we'll probably talk about this tomorrow maybe, but there were some fans that went to AEW show, and they actually had to move. Um, they had good seats,
Oh,
and
because the smell.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
So
just like I'm like yeah, like they don't put up with that in AML, you know.
like clockwork, I've seen this every time AEW has a pay per view. Every time AEW has a pay per view. For anyone who doesn't know, we're talking about All Elite Wrestling. I hate All Elite Wrestling. I think they suck ass. I don't care if I hurt anyone's feelings by saying that, because they're terrible. And if people like it, their opinions on wrestling probably aren't very good anyway. So, but and that's not saying that other stuff is great at the moment. The wrestling's down all across the board in a way, but in terms of quality, but uh, yeah. Every time they have a pay-per-view, stuff comes up about people smelling bad at the show. It just
Yeah.
I see it every time on the various message boards. People complain about it, that people stink, and people this and that. Yeah, it's not surprising, but I mean, it's a little surprising because Zeus. Every time they always tell people before those shows, please wash, please this, please that, use deodorant,
Yeah.
this, and people still, I know. You remember Tokyo Joshi Pro had those shows over the summer here in Texas?
Yeah.
Huge things about those shows. They were like a massive social media like pushes telling people please wash, please you wear deodorant, please watch your hygiene, please this and this.
Yeah.
Because I mean they know what that audience is going to be like. Well, we can't see anything. It's too wet at the moment. But it'll make sense in a moment. It'll make sense in a moment.
But yeah, it's because the when you know when the fans in that were going to AML and WrestleCade, when they started hearing about them cracking down, you know it 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 worked. They said, hey, you know if you show up and you're going through, you know checking in and getting your ticket or showing your ticket, whatever, and if you stink, they're gonna call you out on it, and they may send you home.
People didn't want to try it.
Um, there's a I'm sitting here, I'm drawing the creature, and there's at least one kind of fish, um, and it gets this parasite that gets into its mouth, and it eats away the fish's tongue and replaces the fish's tongue. You ever seen this thing?
It sounds familiar. It does.
Yeah, it kind of looks like that. You remember in you remember in Pacific Rim, those weird um things that look kind of like giant roly polies from
Yeah.
yeah, it looks kind of like one of those. It is, and I'm just thinking to myself, I'm like, how creepy would that be? Is if something like that was inside the mouth of the creature from the Black Lagoon?
Oh
If
God.
he was so bad off because you know he was for he could get hungry and eat, but it couldn't taste anything that it was eating. You know,
That'd be so bad.
right? You sitting there, you eating, you eating a marshmallow, it tastes like nothing. Eating a rock, it tastes like crunchy nothing. It's like,
If you're eating the rock, it would just be like it doesn't. Oh, never mind.
it doesn't matter what the rock tastes like.
Was I did actually watch some wrestling this week.
Yeah.
Yes,
I watched Botchamania today. There's a new one of those.
Oh, I haven't seen Botchamania in a while, actually.
Yeah.
The best way to watch wrestling. I'm joking.
The endings have gotten really long.
Yeah. For those who don't know, Botchamania is they take like clips of people messing up in wrestling and
In every aspect,
yeah, some
modern day, WWE or AEW or
indies,
whatever.
GCW,
Yeah.
anything. Oh God, so much to talk about tomorrow about Gail Kim and GCW and all this junk. I don't know if you followed any of that stuff.
I saw a little bit of her, calling that flying through the plate glass into the barbed wire thing trash.
Yeah, she was putting down deathmatch wrestling that pissed off a bunch of people. Then she said something about Riho. Oh, then here come the AEW fans were already on her ass because of putting down deathmatch wrestling, and now like here
Of course of course they were.
and like I don't have anything against Riho at all, but it's just yeah. You should see the exchanges between Dave Meltzer and Gail Kim, because he's basically like, you upset AEW fans. You need to apologize.
Of course he said that.
I mean, in so many words, that's basically what he's saying.
I'm sure he did. I'm sure he's standing up. He's that sad little boy. You're picking on these people. They're my fans.
Picking on my.
They're mine. Right?
You sound like you were going into Terry Funk voice there. That would be funny. Terry Funk is a.
You're an egg sucking dog, Dave Meltzer. You suck eggs.
You put down Riho and deathmatch wrestling. I'm trying to remember. Was it against Lawler? He had this promo where he was like pouring like water or oil all over himself, and he was basically saying that this is what it feels like to be like a Lawler or something, like dirty or.
I don't know, but that sounds like something Terry would do. God bless Terry Funk. He's a lot of people call him one of the top of all time, and he's not in my top 5, but he's not far from it.
Oh yeah, I mean he had an amazing career.
Yeah. I mean, I can't honestly, I can't think of anything really to, you know, say anything legitimately bad about him.
I mean, the thing people bring up is that he retired too many times. He was hung around too much, but
yeah, but he just loved it. He loved it, and he
needed money too.
yeah.
I still laugh when the thing when he said like about his first retirement, how he meant it, But he had saved up like I can't remember, it was like $100,000 or something like that. He thought that was going to be enough, and then he discovered that that was not going to be enough money.
Yeah.
And it was like he had to go back to work, you know. At least that's what he said. Who knows? You know how this stuff goes. Who knows the real story?
But you know, a lot of guys, you know, a lot of them, at least from what I've heard, is a lot of them, you know, tried to invest and just end up getting, uh, you know, screwed over.
Right.
But
I'd heard a lot of people talking about the Tokyo Joshi Pro had a show recently. I think it's Wrestle Princess was the name of the show. It's one of their big shows of the year, and people were praising it and stuff. So I decided to watch it since I have Wrestle Universe. And I'll talk about it now since we won't talk about it on the show. We both know that's not going to happen. It was. I just saw the last 3 matches because if you ever watch Tokyo Joshi Pro, you just watch the final title matches on the big shows. The other ones, they might be cute and all that stuff, but they're just like comedy matches, like endless comedy matches. So. You know, the story's not going to really happen. No story thing's really going to happen. It's just going to be comedy stuff, which is fine. You know, that's primarily what they do. And I used to look down on it a lot, but I don't anymore because I accept that it's changed.
Yeah, yeah, it's changed, and it just
that's their business model anyway. So.
Yeah.
It's just like Tokyo Joshi Pro is just like a bunch of actresses and for like failed idols and stuff, like, you know, doing wrestling. And so most of them, you know, they weren't like athletes and stuff like that. Like the ones who were athletes, you can tell, you know, they can do stuff and whatever, and you know, but the ones who are just, you know, they're just, you know, they just have cute little characters and stuff, and they do their little comedy bits and stuff, and I think that's fine. You know, I used to look down on it a lot, but I think it's fine now.
I mean, you know, comparatively.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I accept that that's what they do. You know.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying is, I mean, it's like, I mean, how much worse is it than a lot of other things that?
Right. And you know what's weird about them is some of them are like actually do like more like actual wrestling stuff than some of the other, like, say like Stardom. Because Stardom has become so obsessed with appealing to some of the modern wrestling isms, right? So some stuff is, you know, they just which I think is unfortunate because they don't really need to do that stuff to themselves, especially since all that matters is it's just idol stuff now. So like just do that stuff, like,
yeah,
tell little stories, this idol versus that idol, and
you know, they really, I mean, people just don't understand like how they can just really kind of, I mean, it takes a kind of a, you know, at least you have to at least have the kind of people around you to make something like that successful in a more like a more lucha underground style.
Right.
You know, like
Yeah.
if you're you know, because if you think about how much you could get by with for TV, rather than having to do everything in the damn ring, you know, and I Stardom could definitely um, do um, more more story driven stuff, and the kind of um, the kind of thing that uh, people would be into now, kind of like you just kind of accentuate their characters enough into a more into kind of a video game or superhero
Yeah.
type
Yeah.
of character, a more living, uh, I think that would, extend their fucking life without concussions more.
I did not mean to go in that heavy there. When Julia and Tam were still in Stardom, they were both really good about developing sort of storylines with everyone on the deal. And some people used to be like, well, what's the point? And the point was because they knew the booking was just going to be random matches. So this way, every match had like a lore, like the storyline going into it. Like if you throw it into any kind of multi-person match, oh, there's this thing attached to it because they've created this little backstory with all these characters. For a while, it was like Tam, Julia, Starlight Kid, and sometimes Mayu would do that stuff. No one else
Yeah,
was really doing that stuff in Stardom. The rest were just having matches. They weren't
yeah,
they weren't really telling like these these big stories. Uh, um, some of that since Rossi left and all that, they've gotten a little better at telling stories, but then they're still into this modern wrestling stuff. There's just no point to it, but in my opinion, but
no,
they don't need to
because
do
it,
it.
no, you don't need to constantly bust each other's heads open, to tell a story.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing. I think some of it is just like too physical in a way. Which I mean I like physical wrestling, or I did, but now I don't see the point
Right,
in it.
when it happens all the time, it's not special. That's what nobody understands anymore.
Yeah,
Is is that is the early 2000s? You know, there were guys who would say, "Oh well, you got to make yourself memorable." Because of how everybody kind of opened a wrestling school in the late 90s, early 2000s. And it's like, well, you gotta get your shit in so people will see who you are.
yeah,
And so then everyone started to have to get their shit in, and then that's when everybody started having 15 to 20-minute matches. From the opening match, because all these assholes were trying to steal the show because they want to they want to go somewhere else and make money. And you know,
show y'all really fast what I was doing. It's this thing on the left.
oh yeah, and it's just grown into all this over convoluted crap that we're watching now. Because no, like I said, nobody's special. Nobody wants to do a squash match. You know, nobody understands what the art of that is. Everybody's got to get all their shit in, all their stupid little crap. I've told people a million times. I saw Arn Anderson wrestle about a dozen times live, and I think I only saw him do the spine buster like 3 times.
Oh wow.
Um, I remember. I mean, I'll never forget the one time. Is like the summer of '91, I think it was, and he was doing catching guys jumping off of the middle turnbuckle and hitting with a spine buster. And for some reason, I don't know what it was, uh, because I need to see it. I need to ask him, but why the hell did you stop using that move? Was it too good? Was it
Was he getting hurt?
did it really hurt? Yeah, who knows? I don't know. I mean, it didn't look like it hurt that much more than the regular spine buster, but
Right. I'm like, do I have time to do another one? I don't know if I have time to do another one. I'll start on another one. um, oh, so going back a bit to that thing, the main event of the Wrestle Princess was Mizuki defending the Princess of Princess title against Miyu Watanabe. So I never watched their match from January. So back in January 4th, Miyu, they had a match at I can't remember what the name of that show was, but Miyu Watanabe was the Princess of Princess champion, and she lost the title to Mizuki. So I was like, well, I'll watch that match before I watch the main event. I'll watch the one where she lost the title before I see this match where Miyu wins the title back. And so the match from January, I wasn't expecting much, but I actually was quite surprised by it. I actually enjoyed it more than I thought I would, because I don't know if you're probably not familiar with these people, but like Miyu Watanabe is kind of short. She wears pink with a lot of flair and stuff hanging off her gear, and she's kind of like strong looking. She's kind of beefy, not overweight. She's very fit, but she's like kind of not muscular like Saya Ida, but she's very. You can tell she has a lot of muscle. Her legs are
kind
thick and stuff.
Saul Ruka,
Like who?
like Saul Ruka.
Uh,
She got a lot of tone.
I don't know if she's not as shredded as Saul Ruka. No, she's much thicker. Like she's you would just have to see her to see what I mean. If you saw her, you'll see what I mean. She looks strong. Like she looks very strong, and she is very strong. And of course, it's easy to be very strong when you're throwing around these tiny little people, and you're tiny yourself too. So I mean, of course, it's easy then. But so that match, they open. Mizuki is taller than her, but she's very thin. She's like super thin, like a pencil. She's like this. She's like super thin, like so sometimes it's hard to believe some of her offense because she's so skeletal looking in a way, and she dresses with kind of like a princess outfit or something, kind of a white princess outfit. Her and Riho actually dress a lot alike, but
The frilly stuff.
yeah. But so in that match, Miyu was kind of dominating most of the match, and it made a lot of sense because she's so much stronger, right? She's so much more muscular and stronger, and She's just the main thing. She's just getting frustrated because Mizuki isn't dying. You know what I mean? Like she's not being put away. And then there's a spot outside where Mizuki, what's it called? Miyu was on the floor outside, and Mizuki went off the top and did a double foot stomp on her
Mm-hmm.
to the floor. And the way they did it, usually when they do the double foot stomp, it's kind of like at an angle, so they don't really
Right.
land full blast on the person. It looks like
Right.
they are or whatever. Uh, this was more like she just dropped dead on, straight on her, right?
Ah.
Like and
Kind of like Kevin Sullivan.
yeah, but I mean it was just like straight down, like phew. And so Miyu does a pretty decent job of selling stuff in her matches. I'll say this: she does a pretty good job of selling stuff. So she was kind of selling that a bit, which I was thinking like even if this girl is really light, it would still hurt. Like even if a small person fell on you straight down, it would kind of hurt.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean,
Uh,
110 pounds dropped on your stomach.
yeah.
No.
And so they get back in the ring. She's the Miyu's still mostly dominating. Then like Mizuki does something to stun her, and she climbs to the top. And while Miyu was sort of getting up, she's sort of bent over. Mizuki does another double foot stomp, but this time to her neck, to the back of her neck.
Ugh.
And then suddenly Miyu is selling it like like she's kind of seizing up and stuff, like her neck and stuff. And suddenly it becomes I was kind of wondering how are they gonna do this in a way that's not gonna be bullshit or something. But they did it in a way where suddenly you're like, oh, like now her neck is injured, and it's like it throws her completely off, and every opening is through the neck, and Mizuki ends up winning the title, and and you go like, oh, it seemed impossible, and then they made a way for it to seem possible. So I ended up kind of liking it because they told a little story,
Right.
a little narrative and stuff. So I liked it more than I thought I would. But so I watched that. I was I was pleasantly surprised with it, and then I watched the one from the pay-per-view from over the weekend. Or it wasn't a pay-per-view, but their big show from
Sure.
over the weekend, and this match was more just modern wrestling, like 50-50, back and forth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean when I say modern wrestling.
Yeah.
Um, I can see why some people prefer this match because some of the spots are more spectacular. Like there's some of the spots are more spectacular spots, but it didn't. To me, it was like just the modern wrestling thing, the back and forth, 50-50, this and this and this, and it was just like okay. It didn't really tell a story like the first one did. I say first one, they wrestled each other years ago before this one, but. Anyways, yeah. So that's the junk I was watching this week.
Uh,
Yeah, I know we got a raid out here.
Give me a minute here. I will.
Oh, you're gonna have an update, or the new thing you're doing? The new thing you're doing,
Yeah.
right?
Uh, I thought Creature from the Black Lagoon was just outstanding movie.
Oh yeah, I like
I mean,
I like
the terror of, to me personally, like the terror of not knowing what's underneath the surface of the water, you know, and having something right there, you know, touching you, right there that could grab you and pull you under at any moment, you know.
yeah. I haven't seen it in a long time, but I used to really like the third one where he was
The
like,
first, I think, the first two are hold up. The third one's a little, um,
it was a little. I know it was a little weird because they had him talking and stuff,
Right.
but I remember liking it. But I haven't seen it in years, like years and years.
Yeah, I bought it one year at they had the all three of them on
Oh,
disc.
cool.
Yeah, at Walmart for like $5, and so I had to get that. Okay, so
I feel bad. I feel like I ignored the chat and stuff a lot tonight. I apologize, everyone. I was just listening to Zeus tell his stories and just lost in doodling. I didn't even do anything very good. I just copying stuff, but
so
oh,
checking the
wrong thing. Let's see. Oh, okay. This is gonna be awesome. Gotta show everyone this.
so I gave him
Oh, cool.
those like the parrotfish
Yeah,
teeth,
yeah.
and then I put one of those. It's actually called a um, tongue eating louse.
Oh, dang. Yeah,
Yeah,
that looks
that
amazing.